Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to see me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to see me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Good evening everyone, good evening, good evening. Good evening everyone, good evening. I hope that I'm audible. There shouldn't be any issues with the audio or the video. After yesterday's mishap, I have tried to make sure that today we shouldn't be having any kind of issues with the audio or the video, guys. Everyone, hello. Okay, that's great. So no issues with the audio or the video. Great, amazing, amazing, amazing. So yesterday, guys, we weren't able to complete HTML, and that is something that we'll be doing today. So please do let me know at what particular point of time did we stop with our HTML. Could you guys let me know that, please? So yesterday's attendance would be given to everyone. Like we won't be considering yesterday's attendance. So it would be like day 1, day 2, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. So that would be the only attendance I will be considering. Okay. If I haven't shown the attendance for yesterday, so of course there won't be any attendance as well. Okay. Okay. Harsh Kumar, sir, I was making Hotstar clone project, but I'm facing many problems. First, try to Google it. The problems that you're facing, try to Google it. They will get the solution for that as well. Okay. The next is, will there be any deep learning course in the future that we can get certificate? Yes, Code Bulletin, we are planning up for a deep learning bootcamp as well. I don't know. Let me just check if there is any upcoming bootcamps on deep learning or not. The next bootcamp that we are having is of deep learning that is going to start from July 4th. That is from tomorrow itself. So there is one of the bootcamps on deep learning that is going to start from tomorrow. So we have 3 bootcamps for right now that we have planned up: deep learning, recipe API, and computer vision bootcamp. So these are the 3 bootcamps that we have planned up starting from 4th, 7th, and 11th July. So yeah, if you want, you can go ahead and register yourself for that as well. Okay. Tejas Dodi, there are no issues with the code that we have presented to you guys. As you're able to see, most of the students have already completed with the entire project as well, and they have even posted it up on LinkedIn. So in that particular way, I'm able to identify whether there is any problems with the code or not. As you're able to see, this is one of the programs that has been posted by Pranyank. Okay, so he has also completed the entire clone. So let me just show it to you guys. Don't know if you are able to see this or not, but he has already completed the entire stuff. So as you're able to see, everything is working absolutely fine. There is no issues with the project whatsoever. Okay. Okay, great. Everything is working absolutely fine. There is no issues with the entire project. Okay, great. Guys, if I haven't shown the attendance for yesterday, there is no attendance for yesterday. Okay, don't worry about it. Great. Uh, Yesterday there is no attendance. Okay, so we had stopped while we were understanding the structure of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Were you able to identify up till then? Please let me know. Were you able to identify up till then, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, so we are looking forward to the code, and if I remember it correctly, we were looking at the structure of the code and how we can like showcase it as a tree-like structure itself. Okay, so this is up till where we were able to learn, and then like the next task like just stopped working. Okay, so we were able to write, like, understand like HTML head tag, body tag. We were able to convert that into a hierarchy or a family tree or a tree like structure, and there was some hierarchy in that, and we were discussing about that hierarchy itself. So I'll be starting off with like the parent, children, and the sibling concept that comes up in HTML. Okay, should I start, guys? Please do let me know. Should we start off with that, guys? Please do let me know. Okay, great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So let me get my pen. So yesterday we had seen this, like we can represent our entire HTML code into a tree-like hierarchy sort of structure. And this tree-like structure imitates what happens in a family as well. So let me just remove this. Let me draw a family tree on the left-hand side. That we are able to relate it to that. So you are having a father at the very top. Okay, so this will be considered as your father or mother, like whatever. So we can tell it as the parent. The immediate child of the parent will be written as child, the child itself. And both these children would be siblings to each other. Okay, both these children would be siblings to each other. Similarly, if this particular child also has some children of his own, and this child also has one children of his own, then these are not siblings, these are cousins. These are not siblings. Okay, these children, this and this particular child, the C1 and C2, won't be considered as siblings to each other. They will be considered as cousins. There's no concept of cousins in HTML. That is the reason why I'm telling you this. Okay, so immediate, if two children has the immediately same parent, if two children have the immediate same parent, then that would be described as a sibling. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Two children having the same parent will be classified as a sibling. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Two children, if they have the same parent, okay, they will be classified as siblings. Whereas if there are two children who have a common parent but not the immediately, their immediate parents, their immediate parents are different right over here, as you're able to see. Both these parents are different right over here. That is the reason why these are not siblings. So HTML is the parent of head and the body tag. HTML will be considered as the parent of the head and the body tag. Okay, the head and the body tag will be counted as the children of the HTML tag. Head and the body tag will be counted as the children of the HTML tag. And similarly, head and body would be siblings. Head and body tag would be siblings right over here. So that is what I'm trying to make you guys understand, that there is a hierarchy in this tree-like structure as well. Although this is not something that you will be using right now, but I thought that keeping up the basics clear, some of the terminologies clear, should be very important for you guys as well. Okay? Okay, great. Are you guys able to understand this concept of parents, children, and sibling, guys? Are you guys able to understand this concept of parent, children, and sibling? Please let me know. Okay, great. So let's move on from right over here back to our PPT. Okay. And what we want to study right now is we'll be looking at some of the problem statements. Okay. We'll be looking at some problem statements that we are having right over here. For example, this particular statement is saying that make a button. For this problem statement, you need to do is create this particular layout. So you are having this h1 tag right over here, the big bold text, and you are having a button right over here. So we'll be using like some HTML tags to be able to recreate this particular website. That is our aim. Okay, so in this particular way we are able to learn hands-on, instead of telling you that okay, this is like the tag for this is the tag for this. So that won't be something that you will be able to understand a lot of. We have understood the basics about tags and everything. Now we'll be just learning by doing right over here. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the h1 tag that you are able to see, the big bold text, and then you are having a button that you want to create. So let's first start off with the h1 tag, because we know that at the end of the day we have already studied about it. So you're having this h1 tag right over here. Let me just save this and let me just open up the browser as well. Okay, so give me a second. I will just open up the browser on a new page. So this is the website that we have created. It has an h1 tag right over there. Let us put it up. We are able to see the code as well. Okay, inside the h1 tag we want to write this is a button. Okay, inside the h1 tag or the heading tag we want to write this is a button. So let us go back and let's change the text to this is a button. Let's save this. And we'll go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, we are having the h1 tag on our screen saying this is a button right over here. Now the second thing that we need to create is you are having your button right over here. Okay, you are having your button right over here. So for button, to create a button on the website, you are having the tag of button. Okay, you are having the button tag, button button. Okay, so we'll be using the button tag, and inside of that, what does the button contain? Okay, the text that you want to put up inside that button, we need to use click here. Okay, the button needs to have click here right over here. So let's put up click here. Let's save this. So as you're able to see right over here, we are able to publish this and we are having our button as well. So we are having the h1 tag as well as a button that is saying click here. And that is what we wanted to build. In this particular way, we are able to like build something up and we're able to understand like, okay, so for creating a button, we need to use a button tag. Whatever text that you want to put up inside the button, you have to put it in between the opening and the closing button tag right over there. And as you're able to see, this is the exact same as the image that is being given to us. Okay, so let's look at all the heading tags. Up till now, we have only used the h1 tag. There are h1 to h6 tags that are available. As you're able to see, the h1 tag is the largest and the biggest of all of them. Okay, so you're able to see the h1 is the biggest and the boldest of all of them. Then you're having the h2 tag that is a little bit smaller than that. The h3 tag a bit smaller, h4 tag a bit smaller than the h3, h6 and then it's h5 and then h6. There is no h0, there is no h7. It's only from h1 to h6, and these are the default sizes for each one of them. So let's try to create this as well. This is the heading one. Let's go back. We don't need the button anymore, so let's remove this. Let's write this as heading one. Okay, so we are having the h1 tag right over here. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, so you're having this as heading one on our screen. So let us try to put up everything else as well. Okay, so for creating the h2 tag, you don't have to do anything. You can just copy this. We need up till h6. Okay, so we'll just paste up till h6 itself. And then we'll just change the numbers. This is the h2 tag, this is the h3 tag, this is the h4 tag, this is the h5, h6. Similarly, we need to change the closing tags as well. Okay, and we need to change the numbers. So h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6. Let's save this right over here. Go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, there are 6 heading tags and each of them have different sizes, and you're able to look at all of them, all the sizes and how they appear on your screen. And this is what has been asked to us in our question as well, to create all the heading tags right over there. Okay, the guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. The guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Amazing, guys. I mean, you guys are so smart. Great. Okay, so the next one is we need to make a list. Okay, so right over here we are having the problem statement is that we need to create an unordered list. What do you mean by unordered? This is an example of an unordered list. Okay, so as you're able to see, these are bullet points. These are bullet points. There's no order between them. There's no intrinsic order, that it's not 1 2 3 4. This is just like having like bullet points, no order. So this is basically referred to as unordered list. Okay, this is basically referred to as a unordered list. So we need to create an unordered list inside of our code as well. Okay, so to do that we first need to like tell HTML that we are creating an unordered list. Okay, we need to tell HTML that we need to create an unordered list right over there. To create an unordered list, the tag that you have to use is the UL tag. Okay, the tag that you have to use is the UL tag. So basically telling the HTML that whatever I'm going to write in between this opening and the closing tag is an unordered list, or a list that has bullet points inside of it. Okay, now right over here I want to create the items in that list. Okay, whenever you are creating a list, okay, whenever you are making a list, even on a pen and paper, the items that are present, so you every list, every bullet point that is basically present in the list, you call that as an item. Okay, that is an item is present right over there. To tell that, okay, whatever like tag, that whatever I like list I am creating is now a UL tag, that is an unordered list element itself. Now to create the list items, to create the bullet points themselves, okay, the points that you want to have, you create that by using the list item tag or the li tag. Okay, the list item tag or the li tag. So for example, the first item in my list is HTML. Okay, the first item in my list is HTML. The second item in my list, then I will have to create another list item, that is your CSS. And the third item that I want to like keep it inside my list, I'll be naming it as again a list item that I need to create, JavaScript. Okay, so right over here you are basically creating a UL tag. Okay, you're basically creating a UL tag right over here. You are having the UL tag. Okay, that is basically defining that, okay, this entire list that we are creating, is basically an unordered list, and every item that you want to put inside that list, you put it up inside the li tag. Okay, you put it inside the li tag, that this is the item present in this list. Okay, so you are having HTML, CSS and JavaScript as your item. So going to your website, reloading the page. Okay, so you're getting the HTML, CSS and the JavaScript unordered list right over here. Okay, unordered list right over here. The guy is able to understand this, please let me know. The guy is able to understand this, please let me know. The guy is able to understand this, please let me know, guys. There are like almost 1000 of you live right over here, and I get answers by almost 100 people. What about the rest 800 people? Are you guys able to understand this or not? Guys, like there are almost 1000 of you live with us, but I'm getting like yes sir from like just 100 or 200 students. Like, are the rest of the people able to understand it or not? Please let me know. Okay, great. Next thing that you need to understand is, this was an example of a UL list, that is an unordered list. What if you want some order in that? Okay, you want it to be 1 2 3 4 or something like that. How would you be able to handle that? For that, you are having the OL tag. Okay, you are having the ordered list. Instead of having like bullet points, you want to have like 1 2 3 4 right over there, like in numbers, instead of having the OL tag itself, instead of having the bullet points. For that, you put the entire list inside of an OL tag or an ordered list. Okay, so let's save this right over here. And let's go back to our website, reload the page. So you're able to see now, instead of having bullet points right over there, you're having numbers. Okay, instead of having bullet points, you're having numbers. But maybe I don't like numbers. I want to like have let's say I want to have ABCD as my ordered list. Okay, I want to have ABCD as my ordered list. For that, what would I do? Okay, for that, I will have the type. Okay, I will have an attribute along with the OL tag. I want to specify that I don't want to use like the normal numbers. I don't want to use the normal numbers right over here. I want to use text. I want to use alphabets. For that, I will put up the type as small a. Okay, I will just put up the type as small a right over here. So if I'm saving this, I'm going back to my website, I'm reloading the page. And instead of having 1 2 3 as my answer, I'll be having ABC. Okay, I will be having ABC. This is called as an attribute to this tag. It is called as an attribute to this particular tag. Okay, what do you understand by attribute? You are basically providing some additional information about that tag. Okay, you are providing an additional information about that tag. Right over here, the information that I want to provide is that the type of this particular ordered list, instead of having numbers, I want to have like alphabets. Okay, so right over there I'm having the small a. What if I want to change this to capital A? If I'm changing this to capital A right over here, then when I'm going back to my website, reloading the page, now my ordered list is having capital A, capital B, and capital C. Okay, what if I don't want letters? I want Roman numerals. Okay, I want Roman numerals out there. So I'll be having it as I. Okay, the I is basically the representation of Roman numerals. I'm saving this, going back to my website, reloading the page. As you're able to see now, the items in the list is in Roman numerals. I don't want the Roman numerals to be small. I want the Roman numerals to be capital. In that particular case, again, I will be going back and I will be putting capital I right over here. If I am saving this, going back to our website, reloading the page, and I'm getting the Roman numerals as capitals right over here. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Able to understand this type? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. Now, what if I don't want to start counting from 1? Okay, I don't want it to start counting from 1. I want it to start counting for, let's say, 5. Okay, instead of start counting from 1, like 1, 2, 3, that is right now what we are having on our screen. I want it to start counting from 5. So I can even specify that, like start, and I want it to start from, let's say, 5 right over here. Let's save this, go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see now, instead of starting the count from 1, 2, 3, we are having the counting from 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we are having the counting from 5, 6, and 7. You guys able to understand this? Please let me know. You guys able to understand? Like right over here, I've changed the start to, let's say, 5. So now the counting is starting from 5 itself. And right now the counting is starting from 5. Do you have any questions up till here, guys? Please let me know. Great. Now, what about the UL tag? Okay, this was for the OL tag. What about the UL tag? Okay, I don't want to use the normal, like rounded bullet points itself. I don't want to use the normal bullet points. This is the by default that we are having. The by default we are having right over here. How to change it to something else? How to change it to maybe a square? Okay, so for doing that, you can specify another attribute to the UL tag, that is style. Okay, that is style, style. And style, I want to put it up as, let's say, square. I want to put up this style as square right over here. Okay, if I'm going back to our website and reloading the page, okay, is there any problem that you guys are facing? Are you not able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. You guys not able to understand this? Please let me know. There's some problem with the live chat, man, so I'm not able to see it properly. Give me a second. Okay. So, okay, everybody was able to understand the OL tag, right? Okay, so right over here, the type you have to, sorry, I said style and then I typed style as well. Okay, so right over here, you have to type the type as square. Okay, I want the type to be square right over there. So right now, as you're able to see, we are getting squares instead of the rounded bullet points. If I don't want square right over there, I want something like a, let's say, a disk. Okay, I want something like a disk sort of structure. I can specify a disk as the type. I'm going back to our website, reloading the page, so we're getting the normal, so it's coming up as the normal disk itself. Let's say what happens with circle. See what happens with circle. So in circle, the bullet points become like just rounded but has no fill inside of it. Let's see if we want to get triangle. Can we get triangle? Let's try to see that. Okay, so triangle isn't possible using this type. So you are having three types: square, discs, and circles that you can do. Of course, there are other styles that can apply, but for the basics itself, we'll keep it as simple as possible. Okay, if you want to explore it a bit further, you can definitely do it on your own time. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is called as attribute to a particular HTML tag. It basically provides some additional information, additional customization that you want to provide, you want to do on any type of tag that you are having. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So triangle is something that works on some particular browsers itself. I think so. It does not work on the current browser that we are having right over here. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great, amazing, guys, amazing. Okay, so the next thing that we need to focus upon is, let's go back to our PPT and let's check out the next project that we are having. So converting this tree to HTML, this is what we want to do. Okay, we want to convert this tree to HTML. Okay, so you are having the body tag. Inside the body tag, we are having the h1 and the div tag. Inside the div tag, we are having the two paragraph tags. This is what we want to create. So I think so this will be very easy for you guys to be able to understand what we have to do. First of all, in the body tag, we want the h1 and the div tag. Okay, so let's go into our body tag and let's create our h1 tag. Satyam, no, there is a triangle tab like type as well, but it works on a few of the browsers itself. It does not work on every single browser. That is the major problem right over there. Okay, so in the h1 tag, let's keep the heading. Next, we want to create a div tag. So what is a div tag, guys? We need to understand that. So a div tag is basically a container tag. It does not have any attributes to it. Okay, it does not have any attributes associated with itself. Just like a body tag does not have any attributes associated with itself. It's just the body of the entire website. Similarly, you are having the div tag. Okay, if you want to group together multiple tags. Okay, so for example, if I'm having two paragraph tags, I want to group it together inside a single tag. For that, we are using div tag. Div is basically like a container tag. Okay, it's just like a container tag. It's like your tiffin box. You can take out your bread and your food like in separate like in your hand as well and take it to your school or your college, but that is not good. So you are having a proper container, a proper tiffin box inside of which you put your bread and your food inside of which. Okay, so that is the main concept with div tags as well. Now, why div tags are essential, that is something that you will only be able to understand when you have learned CSS. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm not commenting upon it right now, but yes, div tags are very important to use. And so basically you can think about it as a container tag to put multiple like tags together inside a single inside a single tag. You're using a div tag. Right over here you're having two paragraph tags. Okay, you're having two paragraph tags right over here that you want to put up inside the div tag. So for example, we will be creating the div tag first of all, and then inside the div tag we'll be having our two paragraph tags. Okay, we're having our two paragraph tags. Let's take up a paragraph from somewhere. Let's take this paragraph itself and let's paste it up inside our two paragraph tags just to have some content inside of it. As you're able to see, we are having the body tag. Okay, inside the body tag you are having the h1 tag and the div tag. Okay, these are the two tags that are there inside of it. Inside the div tag you are having your two paragraph tags. So that is as simple as possible. You are having the two paragraph tags inside your div tag. Okay, so if you are going back to our website and reloading the page, you're able to see that you're having the heading and then 2 paragraphs that you're able to put right over there. Okay, you're having 2 paragraphs that you're able to put right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Again, like I said, div tag is basically used as a container tag. If you want to group together multiple tags inside a separate tag and use that somewhere else. Okay, so that is how div tags work. Now, the usage of div tags you can only understand once you have a good grasp over CSS. Although like CSS is not a part of this particular bootcamp, but still, like because you don't know CSS, I'm just telling you guys that it's very important. In any of our future bootcamps, when we'll be learning CSS, at that point of time itself, I will be letting you guys know the importance why you need to use div tag. Right now, I'm just telling you the implementation of div tag and how to use it. Okay, so you are going to group together multiple tags inside the div tag. So just think about it as a container tag itself. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next question that we are having. Make a hyperlink. For this problem statement, we have to do is type out the HTML to create a hyperlink. Now, what is a hyperlink? Most of you must have used websites at any point of time. So you are having some highlighted or purplish colored text, underlined purplish colored text, and when you're clicking on those text, it takes you to a new website. Now that you are usually calling it as a link. Okay, that you usually call it as a link. The entire name of that is a hyperlink. That is called as a hyperlink. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. You must have seen these type of text on the website where it is like purple in color and then like purple and underlined, and when you're clicking on that, it takes you to a new website. Now that is called as a hyperlink. I need to create a new hyperlink for my own website as well. So let us remove everything inside body. To create a hyperlink, the tag that you're going to use is the anchor tag. Okay, the tag that you're going to use is the anchor tag or the A tag. Okay, it has an attribute associated with it that is called as the href. That is the reference to the website that you want this tag to take you to. When you're clicking on this particular text, you should be taken to a particular website. So which website do you want this particular tag to take you to? And that you will be specifying inside the href. So let's take up like devtown.in itself. Okay, we'll take up devtown.in as our website that we wanted to go to. We'll paste the website link right over here. We'll paste the website link where we want to go right over here inside our href. Okay, and then inside our A tag, inside the anchor tag, we need to specify the word. Okay, the word that will showcase on the website. So for example, right over here, devtown. Okay, if I'm saving this right over here, I'm having the anchor tag, I'm having the DevTown, that is the text that will go on my screen and the link that it should take me to. If I'm going back to my website, reloading the page, as you're able to see, we are getting a purplish text underlined. And if I'm clicking on this particular text, it takes me back to DevTown. It takes me back to DevTown. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yes, on Wikipedia page, you must have seen these links coming up a lot in number of time. If you're going to Wikipedia, so let's go to what can I search for? Rockwell B1 Lancer. So you will be able to see these texts, and when you're clicking on this particular text, it takes you to that particular page itself. So these are basically examples of hyperlink. These are basically examples of hyperlink. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. Next thing that we want to look at is the mockup to our website. Okay, so we are having this entire mockup that has been created by somebody, and we need to convert this. So this is just an image. Okay, this is just an image of how a website should look like. Now, whenever a particular engineer is basically creating a website, right now you are into a React bootcamp. Okay, so you are basically learning front-end web development. Now, when you are learning front-end web development, you don't directly go on creating an entire website directly. That is just a waste of time. A software engineer needs to be paid a lot. Okay, a software engineer is usually paid above 12 lakhs, and if you are a full stack engineer, then the average salary that we were able to get to our graduates was 13.3 lakhs. per annum. So that is a huge amount of money, and no company is going to spend it for you to just reiterate over one website again and again. So it's not the work of a software engineer to be creating a website directly from scratch. So if I'm telling you that, okay, I need a website, a social media website for my company, you won't directly go about and start coding the entire website. So that is a very like illogical perspective, because then every time that I will be telling you guys that, okay, this is not something that we want from your end, in that particular case, that you will have to write the code once again, and you don't want to do that as well. So for that you are given, so there's a concept, there's like a people that exist in the company called as UI UX designers. Okay, these are designers who first design the entire website using softwares like Figma or Adobe XD or Sketch. And all these designers, basically, they don't create the website, they create an image of the website. Okay, they create an image of the website. For example, for our team, so the current website that you are able to see, this is the current website that you are able to see. So we don't directly go about coding the entire website. That is not a good way to go further with this. Okay, so what you want to do is, so for example, Figma is the software that we use at DevTown to first create a mockup. These are called as a mockup of a website, because these are basically just images. So right over here, let me just show it to you guys. I'm able to find the same. Okay. Okay, so for example, let us take up the example of bytes. Okay, so here we have created the DevTown bytes for you guys. So before writing the code for that, okay, before writing the code for that, we first went right over here, we created this inside Figma. Okay, we created the entire sketch inside Figma. First of all, we had wireframing. The first step is wireframing, where we just sat together with the designers, the software engineers, and we broke down a small sketch using just pen and paper. Okay, using just pen and paper, we created that. Once the sketch was finalized, then we gave it to the designer, and the designer created a mock-up of the entire website. As you're able to see, this is the mock-up of the website itself. This is not a website. This is just an image that we are able to create. And on the basis of that, then we give this entire file system to our developer, who then goes about and recreates the entire stuff using like React.js and MongoDB and all those kind of things. Okay, that is how a company functions. Similarly, like for example, this is the DSA platform that we are currently developing. This is a particular Figma file that has been recently developed by us. Okay, this has been recently developed by us, and we have given this to our designer. Okay, so we have given this to our coder to recreate this as a proper website, as you're able to see. So it has like the courses, it has everything where you are able to go there and code it right over there. This reader board that we were able to create, the doubt sessions that we needed to create, bookmarks, 101 sessions when you are coding. So this is how we have created that right over here. So you are having the code on the right hand side, the question, and the progress bar. So this is how you are able to first design everything, so that if this is something that's happening directly in code, and that will be very difficult for the particular person to code as well. Now I'm able to understand not every developer is a good designer as well. So for that, you can take up inspirations from other websites, or even like there's something called as Dribble. There's something called as a website called as Dribble, where different UI UX designers have put up their designs for you guys to get an inspiration from. For example, this is a fintech. So if you are developing a fintech app, so you can take up some design inspirations from these websites as well. So, okay, this is how my website should look like. So now these are also not websites. These are basically designs, but you are having a lot many number of, from logos to apps to like web designs. So if I'm choosing web designs right over here, you're able to see. So this is for like, I think so, a real estate website that they have created. So all these different things you can directly take inspirations from. You can also go to various websites to take inspirations from those designs as well that are currently used in practice, and then recreate it of those designs. Of course, do not copy it. These are mostly like, if you are using it for just education purposes, or you are using this for learning, that's absolutely fine. But if you are using this for gaining money or some type of promotion material itself, then of course you will have to pay the designer who has created the entire stuff. Okay, so that is the main thing. If you are using this just for learning purposes, of course you can go ahead, or you can take inspirations. Don't copy it, take inspirations from there. Okay, Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So right over here, just for practice, we have given a small mockup that has been created, a very easy mockup, and we need to recreate this entire thing. Okay, we need to recreate this entire thing using HTML. That is our aim. Okay, so as we are able to see, the first title that we are able to see, this looks like the biggest h1 tag, and so we'll be starting off with the h1 tag. Of course, we'll be changing the dates. This is 2021, so we will be using 2022, so that we are also up to date with the entire stuff. Okay, okay, so my live just a second, guys, my live chat has stopped working. Okay, give me a second to open up the live chat once again. Okay, so right over here, what we are going to do is we are going to recreate this using HTML. The first tag that we are able to see is directly an h1 tag. We were able to identify that. So we'll be using an h1 tag right over here, and inside the h1 tag we'll be writing our code, that our text, that is a list of hired paid jobs in 2022. Okay, list of let's save this, go back to our website, reload the page. I think so I just removed the website in general. Give me a second. So open it up in a new browser, close this up, increase the size of the code, go back to the website, decrease the size. As you're able to see, we are having the h1 tag on our screen, that is list of highest paid jobs in 2022. Now the next thing that we are able to see is this by Shorasana. Now, like, it may be an h3 tag, it's almost half the size of the h1 tag. So it might be an h3 tag or an h2 tag, we don't know that. Let's first try it out with an h2 tag. Okay, let's try it out with an h2 tag. We are having the h2 tag right over here, and then we want to have by Shorasana. Save this, go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, so you are having this by Shorasana right over here, but if you are comparing this with the image that we are having, does this look the exact same size or not? Let's try to understand that. Okay, so it looks the approximately of the same size, so we'll continue with the h2 tag itself. So our hypothesis basically worked. But as you're able to see, this Shorasana isn't something that looks the exact same as the Shorasana that we are able to see right over here. The Shorasana is like the S is capital, so I will be changing that, but it's also italics. Okay, it's also italics right over here. So we need to convert just Shorasana into italics, not the entire h2 tag. We need to convert just Shorasana into italics. So first of all, let's make it the S capital, and then this Shorasana, we want to convert it into italics as well, not the entire tag, just Shorasana. For that, we are having the I tag. Okay, for that, we are having the I tag. So we'll engulf the entire Shorasana into an I tag. That will basically make the entire thing italics right over there. So I'm going back to my website, reloading the page. As you're able to see, we are having by Shorasana, which is italics in nature. You guys able to see this? Please let me know. Okay, the next thing that we want is April 22, 2021. So we'll be putting up our today's date right over there. And this is not bold or anything. So this will be a normal paragraph tag that we'll be having. So we'll just be taking a normal paragraph tag, and we'll be putting up today's date right over there. So paragraph tag, and today's date is 3rd of July. So we have put it up as July 3rd. July 3, 2022. Save this, go back to our website, reload the page. And as you're able to see, we are having July 3, 2022 on our screen. Okay, the next thing that we need to focus upon is the image. We need to put up an image right over here. This image is basically the logo of MDN documentations. Okay, this is the logo for MDN documentation. So let's go to Google Images, and inside of Google Images, we are going to search for MDN logo blue. And we're going to try to find out the logo if we are able to get it. Let's just search for MDN logo. is one of the logo that looks very similar to what we wanted. Let's take up this particular image from right over here. Let's copy image address. Because we want to use this image, we'll be copying the image address. Okay, so copy image address. Do not copy image, copy image address. Okay, then we'll go back to our website. Want to put up an image right over here. For putting up an image, we need to use the img tag. Okay, we want to use the img tag. We'll be using the img tag right over here. Now this tag has two attributes associated with each other. The first attribute is the src or the source, and the second attribute is alt or the alternate text. These are the two attributes that we want to have. Now if you are having the source, by source, like where is this image located? Okay, source basically means where is this image located. Now here inside the source, we'll put down the link that we had copied for the image. We'll put down the link that we had copied for the image. So we are having the source as the link of the image. So right click on the image. Okay, right click on the image and then copy image address. Okay, copy image address. And the second thing that we are going to have is the alternate text. Now what is the alternate text, guys? So alternate text, try to understand this as, for example, you are using a screen reader. You are blind. Okay, you cannot see a particular website and you're using a screen reader. In that particular case, a screen reader cannot comprehend what that image is, but it needs to like tell the blind person that, okay, this is an image of the MDN logo right over there. So to be able to do that, you put that information like about that image inside the alternate text. For example, the image isn't loading up on the website. Your internet is slow. The image isn't loading up. So if you still want to know what that image is, so that image will then be replaced by this alternate text. So that you, even if your internet is not working, you're able to understand that, okay, the image that was there that I'm not able to see right now is that of the MDN logo. So you'll just put up MDN logo. That is what this image is. That is the alternate text, that if the image is not loading up or you are using a screen reader, in that case, it should tell that it is an MDN logo. Okay, let's reload our page. As you're able to see, we are having the image that is present right over here. Now the size of the image is extremely huge. We don't want this image to be that big. As you're able to see, this image is a bit smaller than this, like almost like 3/4 the size of this particular image that we are having right over here. So let's put up the size of the image as 200 pixels. Okay, that is the width of the image to be as 200 pixels. For that, inside the image tag, we'll have another attribute. Okay, we are having another attribute right over there. So no, you cannot put audio inside the alternate text. Like the full form of ALT is basically alternate text. So you cannot put audio inside of it. Okay, so you are having right over here, you want to like reduce the size of the image to 200 pixels. So let us put up the width property of the image as 200 pixels. Okay, 200 pixels. Okay, so width of the image, we are setting it up to 200 pixels. Let's reload the website. As you're able to see, now the image looks quite similar from the image that we are having right over here. The size is approximately the same as that on the mockup as well. So you're having your image and having a width of 200 pixels. Okay, so you are having the source, that is basically where that image is located. Alternate text, that what should happen if the image is not loading up or you're using a screen reader, what should that screen reader read? So that is the alternate text. And the next one is your width. Okay, that is, we are reducing the width of the image to 200 pixels. Okay, now what is a pixel? All your screens that you're using is basically made up of pixels. You must have heard about 1080 pixel, like it's a full HD or 4K or like 8K screen resolution. Now what is that 8K? That is 8K pixels. Okay, so this pixels are nothing else but if you are taking up your mobile phone and bringing it very close to your face, like very close to your face, you'll be able to see some like rectangles right over there. Each of those rectangles is called as a pixel, and as your phone or your laptop or your desktop has a fixed amount of pixels that it can contain, that is the reason why we are using the width as in pixels itself. Okay, we are having the width as in pixels. Okay, next thing that we are having is another paragraph tag, that this list of highest paid jobs in the IT field in 2022. So let us create our paragraph tag again. This is the list of the highest paid jobs in the IT in 2022. Save this. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, so reloading the page, I just went to the page. As you're able to see, we are having the paragraph tag right over here saying this is the list of highest paid jobs in the IT sector in 2022. Next, we are having our, which type of tag is this, guys? Can somebody let me know? Which tag or which type of tag is there? Which type of tag should we use for this, guys? Can somebody let me know? The UL tag or the unordered list. That's great. So we'll be using the unordered list right over here after the paragraph tag. We're using the UL tag, and inside the UL tag we'll be creating our LI tag. Want to have 3 LI tags right over there. Inside the LI tag we'll be specifying the name, so that is the data analyst, full stack developer, and then we are having the software engineer. And let's save this. Let's go back to our website, reload the page, and you have created the entire mockup for you guys. They have created the exact same mockup that you were able to see right over here using just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Were you able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Guys, if you are able to understand this, please let me know. Great, amazing, amazing. So we have covered up the basics of HTML that we need to understand, because when you will be writing code in React.js, there will be a little bit of HTML that you would have to write as well. So that is the reason why I thought that first of all, like, let's learn a bit about HTML. That should be more than sufficient for us to move further with React.js. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting off with React. So whatever you have learned up till now, we'll be utilizing all that knowledge into learning React. Now, why we need to learn React, you need to understand that as well. React is right now one of the most popular and one of the most in-demand front-end web development framework that exists right now in the market. That is the most used framework in the market right now, and it has the most because it is the most used, it has the most number of features that it can be added. So if you have learning React, if you have learned React, it is very simple to just learn any other front-end framework. Any other front-end framework that you want to learn, it becomes very easy, because most of them have been derived from React itself. That is the reason why React is one of the most important frameworks to learn. So right now, companies who are using React, let's just search for that. So let us look at some of the companies that use React. And as you're able to see, almost every big company that you have heard about: Apple, Adobe, Microsoft, Amazon, Twitter, BCC, Walmart. So Walmart is basically Flipkart as well. Tesla, Salesforce, Netflix, Airbnb, Dropbox, Slack, Reddit, New York Times, PayPal. Every single big company that exists right over there uses React, and in some format or other. And that is the reason why learning React is so important. The second particular part with React is that once you have learned React to create websites, once you have learned React to create websites, it becomes very easy to create Android apps, iOS apps, VR based applications, then your Apple Watch apps, Google OS apps, for TV, Fire OS apps, everything that you can dream of, you can create it using React. So you don't need to learn anything else. Just using React becomes very simple right over there. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? That why we need to learn React right now? Now, there's one more question that people ask, that why Google is not using React. Actually, Google uses React a lot. Okay, but because like Google has its very own framework, that is the Angular JS. So like Google has a combination of both. Like Google uses Angular as well as React, but that is the only company that do that. So that is one of the things. But like I said, Angular has been derived from React. So if you are learning React, you can learn Angular. So React takes up almost 1.5 months if you are dedicating your time properly to be able to learn the entire React. And once you have done that, then it takes you 7 days to learn Angular. Just 7 days, because Angular is basically coming out of React. So the concepts are basically the same. Okay. So it becomes very easy to be able to do that. You guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Can I use the acquired certificate in my resume? Of course, that is why you're getting the certificate. Okay. You guys able to understand up till here, guys? Now see, React is very easy to understand, very easy to learn. We will be doing that tomorrow. And I just hope that you guys will be able to attend the class on time, because once we'll be starting with React, it will be a very fast paced job. There'll be a lot that we have to learn. Now, one of the things that I wanted you guys to understand is, many of times when you are looking at the HTML code, you will be able to see a code written something like this: doctype HTML. On top of your HTML like page, you will be having this line of code, doctype HTML. Now, why is that the case, man? Like, why I have ironed, like, if you are seeing this many a times, why did like me not used it right over here? Okay, that sentence was so shabby. Okay, so why I haven't used it right over here where I was writing the code? That's the main question. Now we are using the latest version of HTML5. Now, before like 2 or 3 years, HTML4 was the most stable version of HTML. That is, most of the browsers that were rendering the websites were using HTML4 as their default HTML, like reading the HTML code, they were using HTML4 version. Okay, so every time that you were using HTML5, you were writing the code in HTML5, you had to write this particular line of code as well, that doctype HTML. I basically told the browsers that the HTML code that you're currently writing is that of HTML5. But right now, as time has progressed, HTML5 has become the baseline version. Right now, every single browser like reads all the HTML code as HTML5 directly. So you don't have to specify this particular line. You can directly start writing with HTML, because you are using HTML5 and the browsers by default read HTML5 itself. That is the reason why we don't put up the doctype HTML anymore. But still, if you want, you can put it up like this. Like, there's no issues in that. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. We'll be learning React.js from tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Okay. So up till now, we have covered up JavaScript. We have covered up HTML. And these are the two knowledge I will be using from tomorrow onwards to learn React as well. Okay. So before I'm showing you the attendance link for today, please do like the video, guys. Right now, there are 1.4 thousand people live with us. Let us keep a target of 1.3k likes. Okay, as soon as we are hitting up 1,300 likes, I will show you the attendance link for today. Sounds like a deal? Should we shake hands on that? Okay, so what is the difference between React and Node? So React is basically used for front-end web development. That is what you are able to see on your screens. And Node, Node is basically like as I explained to you yesterday, it creates an environment where JavaScript is able to function. So you use Node to write your code locally, as well as you use Node.js to basically write your backend web development code. Okay, so that is where Node is used. Don't worry about it. Like, did you know anything about HTML? Did you know anything about JavaScript when you came to this particular bootcamp? I hope that you didn't. Because I always believe that whenever I'm taking up a bootcamp, I take everything from scratch. I assume that you are not knowing anything, so I will teach you in that particular way itself. It becomes easy for everyone to be on the same page and everybody is able to learn properly. Okay? So we'll be learning React from tomorrow onwards. How many hours do you give to DevTown? So from 6 to 2 in the night, that is my time that I give to DevTown. I have one batch that goes on from 11 to 1. For the training and internship, I have one batch that I take that goes on from like 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. That is one of the batches that I take. So it's like I take up the boot camps from 6 to 7:30, then one boot camp from 8 to 9:30. Then I take a rest for some time, then I handle some of the management work, and then I have the class from 11 to 1. After that, I again go into the management sort of structure and have some work from office or something like that. So I do that. That is how I basically function. How much DevTown pays you? Last month it paid me 50 rupees. Okay, so we went out to have a party of that 50 rupees. We had some like coffee and some chips, and like I was, dude, I have to give 70 rupees from my own pocket as well. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Like I will, we haven't reached the number of likes, so I'm aiming for 1,200 likes, guys. At least we can be able to achieve that. As soon as we are achieving that, I will be showing you the attendance link for today as well. Okay, so let's take up the number of likes to 1,200. Can we do that? Not 50,000, 50 rupees. Okay. But see, we created DevTown not to earn money. If we wanted to do that, then I would have taken up boot camps for like 3,000 rupees per person, and I would have like training and internships program, just like other companies aimed at between 50,000 to 2,50,000. I should have done that, but that is not my aim. I'm earning a lot from my job. I don't want money from like, see, my aim when I created DevTown was when I was in college. I didn't had anyone to guide me through the entire process. I was spending so much time, wasting so much time on things. Like for me, placements was the most important thing. Like I don't know, knowledge is okay. Like people are like, dude, you need to gain knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is bullshit. Knowledge is not power right now. You need to get placed. That is the main game. Like the end goal is to get placements, to get like enough money so that you are not worrying about anything else. Okay, but nobody was guiding me properly. I was doing data science, I was doing machine learning, I was doing full stack web development, I was doing blockchain, I was experimenting with so many technologies, and none of them helped me get the placement. None of them helped me get the placement, and that is the reason why then when I went into a company, I started working for Geo, then Reliance, then other companies as well. I became a technical recruiter. I started recruiting for other companies. At that point of time, I understood that most of the students don't know what is going to be asked in the interviews. And the interview is something that I've taken interviews for almost 14 companies up till now. And every company, like I was taking the same interview. The interview structure is the exact same. You just need to like, you can go out and learn about quantum mechanics and everything in physics, but that won't help you clear out the JEE mains exam. To get into IITs and NITs, you need to clear JEE mains. For that, you have a proper syllabus. You have to follow that at the end of the day. So that is the reason why. Then I thought that, of course, there would be some companies who are doing this, man. Why should I take up the pain to like do everything? So like I was also teaching on behalf of Google at that point of time. I got selected in the Google Explore ML. Google was paying me a lot of money to go to different colleges and teach data science and full stack. So I asked them that, dude, like, of course, right now I'm doing this for free, but you can just take up any program or something like that. There must be something that is like helping you guys out. The students told me that, okay, so sir, let's search for it. So I opened up my laptop and I started searching, and whatever program that I felt was good, it was ranging between either 50,000 to 2,50,000. And I was like, dude, that isn't my semester fees as well. Like I've studied from a government college, so my semester fees was 1 lakh, and they are asking 2 lakh rupees for this. That is the time that I decided that the community has given a lot to me, and it's time that I also am able to bring something back to the community. Now, initially, I did everything for free, and I created all the classes and everything. I went to different colleges and I taught them as well. But slowly and slowly, the number of people coming to the boot camps became huge. Like at one point of time, we're having like 300 students from one college I was teaching live in that college itself, and they asked their friends to join as well. Now, their friends, like we set up an entire camera in the class, and their friends were learning online. Like I was teaching in the class, and they were learning online from their own homes. And I wasn't able to cater to that many number of students. Like I used to take up 3 months of training program for them. So I asked the students that, see, it isn't possible for me to like take up sessions. Like I'm not able to like give you the personalized attention that I want to give. So I asked some of my friends who were working at Geo and Google and Microsoft. They were my seniors. Some of them were my batchmates. So I asked them that, dude, if you have some time, would you be able to denote it to this as well? they told me that, see, we cannot do this for free, so we'll be charging like 3 lakh rupees per month from you. I was like, yeah, that is my salary. I cannot give you my salary to teach. So I asked the students that, see, this is the case. Like, I can bring them to teach you as well, but I'm not able to pay that. So if you guys are able to contribute and give it to them, then we can continue on with the classes. That is how we formed DevTown. Like, it was all offline first of all, but slowly and slowly we created through this online model so that everyone is able to like take the advantage of this. But continued taking these boot camps up because I felt that the students, like, these boot camps are meant to be a taste of that technology. That, okay, did I like the React.js flavor? Yes, I liked it. I want to continue in React.js itself. And that person is able to continue right over there. And these boot camps is basically like a mirror for you guys. So I will take one day in which I will be telling you guys, like, if you are planning up for a job, what is the exact thing that you have to do? You don't have to do anything else than that. There's a fixed, like, there's a syllabus for that, man. There's a syllabus. You just have to follow that syllabus and you will be able to get into the biggest companies. Like, I've got students. I have a student who was maritime, like, what do you call that particular person who goes on ships? Devesh, merchant navy. So he was from merchant navy, not even from BTech or any other thing. He was from merchant navy, and he got placed into Amazon as a full stack engineer, front end web developer. And that is the case. These companies don't care about it. There's a syllabus, you just need to follow that. And that is the aim of these boot camps, to be able to show you that mirror, that what is the exact reality of India right now, especially. Okay, because I saw that the YouTubers and everybody right over there, they're just concerned with like, okay, learn React.js, but it's not learning React.js. Just learning React.js won't be able to get you the placements that you deserve at the end of the day. And that is why we started out with these boot camps. Okay, so this is not the... I know. This is second, man. I'm not able to find the attendance link for today, so I'll just recreate one. So today is day 4, am I right? Okay, so let's give this link our code generator. I hope that you guys will be on time from tomorrow because we are going to start off with React.js. So please be on time, guys. Okay. Okay. Are you guys able to see this QR? Please do so. As you're able to see in the live chat, I've pinned up the session that there is no attendance for day 3. Okay. Okay, so I've given you the QR code as well. So we'll be continuing from tomorrow, guys. Please be on time and we will start off from right over there. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.